What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this POV review by Autobahn. My name is Max, and today we've got another viewer's car. We've got this C63 that is owned by Vic. Vic is Ben's brother, and Ben has been with us before with a BMW X5 50e, and this is the car that belongs to his brother, a Mercedes-AMG C63. Non-S, and I don't think we've ever driven that car. Maybe I'm wrong, but yeah, we thought it would be cool to drive it because it is just a glorious V8 Mercedes, and it also is sort of a van. So you have this tax law in the Netherlands and in Belgium that says that if you delete your rear seat, you have better taxes because it's a van, basically. It's a bit different in Belgium compared to the Netherlands, but the idea is the same. So you have two front seats and then a whole big loading area in your AMG, which is cool, and that means that it's just a lot cheaper to drive. So a couple key differences for the C63 compared to the S is you get a lot of stuff as standard on the S, of course, that you can get optionally on the regular one. But the most important things are you get 18-inch wheels as standard instead of 19s, and you also get a bit smaller brakes at the front compared to the S version. Now, I think the previous owner has painted his calipers in this golden color because these are not carbon ceramic brakes, and that is an absolute sin to paint those, because Martijn actually thought that they were carbon ceramics when he got in the car, because he just saw, you know, he saw the caliper quickly and he was like, oh, okay, carbon ceramics, but they are not. So don't do that, people. It's really not cool. Pirelli P0 tires as well. The S also gets an electronically controlled limited slip diff at the rear, which can basically vary the torque. This gets a mechanical limited slip diff with a fixed ratio. We do have the AMG performance exhaust on this car, so it sounds absolutely insane. And you have your regular loading area right here. Trunk, some call it. And then you have this loading bay right here instead of the rear seats. And it's quite big. Look, you can fit one max in the rear. Hello. And they installed this this sort of partition, which you are going to hear on the Autobahn, just so you know. It's not the car per se, it's this partition, because otherwise all your stuff that's here will go in the rear, because you're always full throttle, basically. So yeah, just so you know. And then let's check out the engine, because it is glorious. 4-liter V8 bi-turbo, 476 horsepower instead of the 510 you got on the C63S. And the C63S also got 700 Newton meters, which is more than this one. So I'm going to guess here, an educated guess, and say that this has 650. But I'm not sure entirely, but I think it's something like that. But the sun it has just set, actually, like 10 minutes ago at 4:30, so we have to get a move on. So I don't have time to spend more time on this. We're just going to have a little drive. Martijn is here as well, because as you have seen, he cannot. Well, you can actually just.
Should I?
Yeah, you can just lie down there. No, it's not safe.
I think ads are going to be disengaged.
Yeah, we'll have some monetization issues. Okay, so manual for the gearbox. Oh, everything, all the settings are the same as when I left. That is great. So everything.
All the cars, man.
Yeah, old cars are great. So yeah, Sport Plus, manual, exhaust is open, and then we'll switch off the traction control. And then you can do like skids. So that is the correct GoPro setting, so you guys can actually see something. Oh, pre-OPF V8 cars are the best. It is so nice to have this beefy V8 sound and this V8 torque. It's so good. It is such a good car, this. The difference you know, apart from the fact that you just have buttons to operate the car, which is great because it just takes one press of one button, which is always in the same place, and it's just easy to read. I can see everything right here. Oh, I'm in manual mode. Okay, great. My suspension is there. Really easy. This you don't care about.
Can you please overtake him?
You don't care about this anymore after a while. After a few years, this is not important. So we have analog gauges, which is great. Also the power steering, although it's a bit weird around the center because it returns to the center really quickly. After that, there's a lovely natural feel to the power steering. It's beautifully weighted. There's no real connection to the front wheels. You have to get used to that. It's not like super good per se. It's just well weighted. Love that. Also suspension and you know, the driving dynamics and stuff, it's not super impressive. It's never been in these cars. That's never what they excelled at. A BMW M3 is much better in that respect, but just for sheer driving fun, because you have this big power V8 pushing everything to the rear wheels, it's just a hoot. All right, we do have launch control in this C63, so traction control in sport, both pedals, pedal up to confirm, and then it's kind of a, yeah, it's a bit of a soft launch control because it really manages that power.
It's quite weird that it sort of boosts power and then it's too much and it pulls back.
Yeah, it reels it in again. Ah, lovely. Okay, so let's hit the Autobahn. Top speed is limited at 250, and the winter tires are limited at 240, so that's perfect.
What is the official 0 to 100 time?
Don't know.
Oh, we did 4.53.
Okay.
And I'll look up the official number.
Yeah, give me some specs.
Okay, that little green, what do you call it?
The Grinch.
The Grinch. Smile you just had there, you didn't have that with the new one.
No. Well, I actually might have had that in the video when I did a big slide in the new C63. But that's the sound I was talking about earlier. Old school cars are the best. That's the limiter. Yeah, you know what it is? Just driving this car, every kilometer basically, you can make every kilometer fun. You can make every moment fun in this car, because the only thing you need to do is open the exhaust valve, shift down a couple times, and you have this sound. The gearbox, you know, it's not the best, most sophisticated gearbox. It's not the fastest shifting, but it works.
Should do 4.2, by the way.
4.2.
Yeah, then a 4.5.
Okay, that's not great. And the S does 4 seconds or what?
I don't know.
Think so. Okay. Anyway. So driving at high speed, it's a nice car. You can soften up the suspension, which is quite a big difference. This is the limiter again. But when you have that suspension softened up, it soaks up all the bumps.
I did a 979, 100 to 200.
979, that's not bad.
It's decent.
476 horsepower, right?
Well, it's the same as a stage 1 M340i, so I would say it is quite bad.
Okay.
That's 420 horsepower.
Oh.
But, you know, who cares?
So, back in the day when this car came out, what is it, 2015? Something like that?
Yeah, somewhere around there, yeah.
You had the M3 F80 and of course the RS4. Those three, that was always the holy trinity of sports sedans and station wagons. And I love this generation particularly because I think that's the case with the generation before as well, with the W204, the 6.2 liter and the E92 M3 and the RS4, and you also had the ISF back then, Lexus. But they all have such a distinct character. I love that. I love that about this segment, because all three have such a different approach to what a car like this should be. You know, this is basically like a big German muscle car with rear-wheel drive and a big V8. RS4 has all-wheel drive, and then you have the M3, which is the more, I don't know, more agile and more driver-focused car. So they are all so different. That's also why I never really understood the whole, oh, BMW is the best, Audi is the best, AMG is the best discussion, because they are so different, and the people who buy them, they want different things from their car, and they are all great in their own way. And I think this is the most fun one of the three. It definitely has the most drama, and I love that. It never disappoints. Every time we drive a car, every time we drive a C63, we have fun. So Ben, thank you so much, and please thank your brother for letting us have a go in his car. Loved it, and have fun with it. To you guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it as well. You can subscribe by clicking the big button in the middle. You can also check out this video on the right here, and this playlist. See you at the next one. Bye.